Welcome to Šiauliai district, famous worldwide for its mysterious hill of crosses. You will find Šiauliai district in the northern part of Lithuania, surrounding Šiauliai, the fourth largest city in the country. Šiauliai district is 200 kilometers away from the capital Vilnius, and it is very close to the border of Latvia. Šiauliai district is 100 kilometers away from their capital Riga. The population of this municipality reaches around 40,000. Šiauliai district has plenty of historical and natural places to explore, and is a great place for trips when you want to spend quality time outdoors. Let's start with the most famous place that initially attracts most of us to visit this region, the Hill of Crosses. It is very easy to reach from Šiauliai city, just a 15-minute drive away by car or local bus. It is also just a kilometer away from the main road leading to Latvia, making it a convenient stop for travelers heading in that direction. The Hill of Crosses, or Kryžių kalnas, as it is called in Lithuanian, is still quite a mystery. This place is actually a hill fort where a castle stood in the Middle Ages, but was later destroyed. But sometime in the 19th century, this place attracted locals to put crosses on the hill. Some say that people started placing crosses here in order to pray to God for good health, while others believe that the first crosses were placed as a way to mourn their relatives who died in the failed revolts against the Russian Empire in 1831 and 1863. After the Second Revolt, the Tsar suppressed Lithuanian national identity by restricting religious practices, prohibiting families from honoring the deceased with proper burials in cemeteries. So people from this region started building crosses in a more remote location where the government wouldn't see them being built, thus avoiding punishment. Later, when Lithuania became independent in 1918, the Hill of Crosses became a very popular place for pilgrims. Unfortunately, after the Soviet occupation, the Hill of Crosses once again became a forbidden place. In April 1961, the entire site was bulldozed and burned down by the authorities. Religion in Lithuania was banned and the Hill of Crosses was off limits. But the more the Soviets were keen on destroying this place, which they did 4 times, the more persistent the people became. They would secretly bring crosses, often at night, risking severe punishment. The Hill of Crosses became a beacon of hope for freedom and resistance against Soviet rule. After Lithuania finally regained independence, the Hill of Crosses was visited by Pope John Paul II in 1993. Since then, the hill has become increasingly famous. Today, this place is filled with around 200,000 crosses. They no longer fit on top of the hill and sprawl all around. Furthermore, the tradition of cross-making in Lithuania is actually protected by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage, and some crosses here are truly works of art. But actually, everyone is free to bring their own cross to place on the hill with a wish. It doesn't matter where you are from or what religion you believe in, the Hill of Crosses is a place of hope and it is open to everyone. Not far from here, there is another interesting place to visit, Naisiai village, a beautiful village with some interesting land art. Not so long ago, Naisiai was just an average village in the Lithuanian countryside, facing a common issue shared with many villages across Europe, getting emptier and quieter each year. But some of the active community members found a way to revive the village. Back in 2010, Naisiai first gained fame due to a successful Lithuanian TV series filmed there. From then on, things started to change. Lots of beautiful outdoor places and parks were built, including a large hill known as Balts Arena. With a size similar to Rome's Colosseum, this is where a yearly summer music festival is held, attracting tens of thousands of visitors. Naisiai also features an outdoor Balts deity museum showcasing wooden sculptures of Baltic pagan gods, along with a Baltic herb garden. The entire village is filled with Baltic symbols integrated into land art and more. Our next stop is Dargaičiai, a one-street village where at the end of the street there is a small family-owned zoo. Dargaičiai Zoo is a fun place to spend time with kids, although it is not very large. There are mostly domesticated animals such as alpacas, various breeds of goats, sheep, mini cows, different birds, and other farm animals. The largest animals here are the woolly camels, which were friendly but try to take away all our feed. Also, there are kangaroos and various wild forest animals. It's a small but fun place to spend an hour or two with kids when in the area, and there is even a small plane available for short sightseeing flights. Next, let's go to the largest town and the center of the district, Kuršenai. It is situated west of Šiauliai on the banks of the beautiful Venta River. Kuršenai is historically known as a town of potters, as there are some good clay deposits in the area. But Kuršenai today is mostly famous for its culinary heritage, kuršėnų vyniotinis, a dessert that is now popular throughout Lithuania. It is readily available at most bakeries in the country, but of course, since I've come to Kuršenai, I've bought one to try from their local bakery. It looks a bit like a Swiss roll, but it's way less sweet, and its filling is made of quark, of course, a popular ingredient in many Lithuanian desserts. Kuršenai has a lovely park located on the banks of Venta River, with an eye-catching brand new pedestrian bridge. There is also a 5-kilometer long nature trail starting here, which follows the river bank. The river Venta continues to flow into Akmenė district, where it forms particularly beautiful landscapes and has a regional park dedicated to it. But let's go back to Kuršenai. The 260-meter-long bridge across the river connects the town center with Kuršenai Manor and its park. The wooden manor was built in 1812, despite a major fire in the 20th century that destroyed the other buildings. The main house remains fully intact to this day. Currently, Kuršenai Manor hosts a folk art and crafts center, where among other activities there are plenty of ceramics and pottery classes. Šiauliai district also has some beautiful natural attractions worth visiting. Let's go to Kurtuvenai Regional Park for that. It is situated in the south of the district, with a large part of it actually located in Kelmė district, which I covered in a previous video. There are numerous nature trails in the area, along with some interesting bubbly water sources. The center of the regional park is located in the historic village of Kurtuvenai, surrounded by all this beautiful nature. A tall white church in the village stands out from afar, built in the 18th century in late Baroque style. Kurtuvenai has some buildings remaining from a manor that once stood here. While the main building is gone, there is still a large wooden granary, stables, and more. Now this place is used as the regional park's headquarters with a visitor center. The visitor center features a wonderful interactive exhibition about the park inside. However, it lacks English descriptions. But the actual sites to visit in the regional park do have English descriptions in the stands. Another notable place here is the horse riding school established in the old stables of the manor. Visitors can take riding lessons on site, and there are also educational activities available. The day I visited Kurtuvenai, there was a horse riding competition, a marathon, where the equestrians would go on a long-distance ride through the beautiful park's nature. Behind the granary there is also a camping operated from the gardener's house, which is a lovely place for a longer stay in nature. There are various nature trails starting from Kurtuvenai, as it is situated in the center of the park. Overall, Kurtuvenai felt like a peaceful, authentic village surrounded by vast forests and lakes. This was one of my favorite spots during this trip. Outside of Kurtuvenai, one of the best places to explore the protected and beautiful nature of the regional park is in the Pageluvis Lake district. Pageluvis Lake is a popular place to relax. There were many locals having picnics here on a sunny spring Sunday. But we came here for the forest trails that start from here. There are two lengths for the trail, one at 3 kilometers and the longer one at around 7 kilometers. The paths lead through the beautiful forest around Pagiluvis district, multiple lakes, and it is a peaceful place for a walk. Also, for those who are interested in orienteering sport, there is a trail for that too. Quite the opposite from Pagiluvis Lakes district lowlands is Girnikai Hill, the highest point of Šiauliai district, at 183 meters height. This is one of the best places for panoramic views in the district. We can see Šiauliai, Kurtuvenai and even Kuršenai from here. Also, every year on 22nd of September, the anniversary of the Battle of Siauliai in 1236 is commemorated by lighting a fire on the hill, which symbolizes the union of the Baltic tribes. I have mentioned the Battle of Siauliai in my previous video about Šiauliai. It was a medieval battle in this area where the Lithuanians defeated Livonian brothers of the sword. That was the first time Šiauliai area was mentioned in written history, and the year 1236 is now considered to be the year of Šiauliai city's foundation. Another interesting hill to visit in the regional park is Bubiai Mound. It is not tall but rather funny shaped and has some nice views of the surroundings. The dam here is actually where one of the most beautiful Lithuanian rivers is originated, the river Dubysa, which later flows to Raseiniai district and is popular for kayaking. Nearby there also is the village Bubiai, where there is a small stone manor house built in the early 20th century. Currently it is a hotel, restaurant and a brewery. In the end, I think Šiauliai district is a beautiful place to visit when traveling in this side of the country, especially with its unique hill of crosses, which everyone should visit at least once. This trip was my second visit there. Personally, I think I will be coming back to spend more time in nature in Kurtuvėnai Regional Park, as I found it so picturesque and peaceful. See you in Šiauliai district, and thanks for watching!